What's up, everybody? Ken here, obviously again, and yeah. So I've officially decided to quit this work, and I'm gonna explain why. And I actually feel happy about it, and I'm gonna explain why as well. To the new viewers that are coming to my channel, my name is Ken. I am someone who has been interviewing people who practice supernormal abilities. I know it's strange, but I interview these people, I hear what they have to say, and I ask them questions, and they give me answers. And do I know whether this stuff is real or not? I don't know. I'm not there in person to observe these peoples in real life. I just meet them online on Zoom or StreamYard most of the time. And so, do I know if this stuff is real for real? No. Like I said, I'm keep an open mind to any of this stuff. I just ask questions, and that's what I've done for the last 3 years. I myself have tried to practice quote-unquote telekinesis, try to move objects that are hanging from something, or like that are hanging on top of a needle, like paper and stuff like that. Really small objects like paper, and see if I can move them with my quote-unquote bioenergy chi, some people call it. And that's something that I practice. And yeah, you can see a few videos on this channel of me attempting to do these things, and I've had some success with it. What do I make of that? Is that really supernormal? Is that really superpowers? Is that really metaphysical? I have no idea. Like, maybe there's a scientific explanation to all this stuff, and do I know for a fact there's something truly supernormal, metaphysical going on? Is there scientific evidence behind any of this work? I have no clue. I don't. And, I was like a C student of science and stuff. I was more into history and stuff like that in high school, and still think that stuff's more interesting. I never was a science guy, but kind of wish I was, and kind of wish I would have dug deeper into like be more evidential and like trying to figure out the real science behind what's actually going on. But I'm really bad at like understanding those things, and maybe I kind of wish that I got to see more scientific proof behind this type of work. Like, maybe, study more about gamma waves and stuff, and, auras and bioelectricity and things like that. But unfortunately, I never really had the opportunity to explore that stuff too much. Yeah. So, yeah, but it is what it is, And obviously there's some people who have some interesting abilities, you know what I mean? They, some people modify the weather with their intentions, and things like that, and, I personally have some experiences attempting those things as well. Some people call it aerokinesis, or atmokinesis. I personally haven't put those videos on this channel because, well, first of all, I don't really... There's a lot of negativity and ridicule associated with that particular stuff. It looks kind of crazy and insane, so I personally haven't put it up. I used to, but I've taken it all down just to not get crazy negative feedback on those videos. But I have interviewed people that have spoke about those things, and they're on my channel. And yeah. So yeah, to the new viewers, that's just what I wanted to address real quick. So for the people that have been following me for a long time, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be doing this work at all anymore. And that's because well, for one, I'm not making money with this, and I do want to ideally make money by being like a podcaster, interviewer, or something like that. That'd be really cool. But unfortunately, I don't have a big enough audience, and growing an audience in this kind of, strange niche is, I don't know if I really want to do that, and yeah, and I don't know how much money I can make. If I really want to make money, like, I'll have to start like my own school of metaphysics or something like that, and I certainly don't have that capability either. I don't even understand this stuff, so I can't be a teacher. I can't become like a guru. So, so I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing this. I want to quickly talk about how I even got started in this work. So basically, it was back in 2020, right before COVID started. I just wanted to start YouTube, and I think that I'm not a very good talker, so I wanted other people to talk instead of me. So I decided to, hey, interview people and ask questions. I happen to be in this telekinesis group, and what wasn't a few of these metaphysical groups, and I was like, I guess I'll interview these interesting people, and that's how this all started. And it was quite an interesting journey. I've learned a lot, and I really dug deep into this subject and studied intensely, and interviewed a ton of people, and you got to learn a lot. And I practiced myself to see if this stuff is real or not. I don't know. I still to this day don't really know. Like, maybe it's just like, just static energy or something. I don't know. I don't know. And my goal is not really to prove that this stuff is real, because there's really no point in me trying to prove this stuff without any scientific like evidence that I'm presenting to you guys. I'm just interviewing. I'm just like, hey, look at what I can do. So I don't know. And I know there are scientists that are, what do you call them? Parapsychologists. I know they're out there, and that's their job. That's not my job. My job was to create entertainment and educate people, that there's people like this out there. So that's what I did, and I hope that I did a fairly good job. Yeah. But yeah, like the reality of the situation is I really don't have time, I mean, doing YouTube as it is takes a lot of time, and like I was honestly half-assing this channel like a lot. I could do a lot better job. I could probably get more subscribers. I could do a lot better job, but I wasn't, I didn't want to grow this too big, so I was kind of half-assing it. But I do want to get into, I do want to start like a faceless channel. Start, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, because I want to be hidden. Like, I don't want to like show myself anymore. It's something that I learned through doing this work, is I don't really like being public. Like, that's something I learned. Like, there's a big part of me that's shy. There's a big part of me that's really uncomfortable doing this stuff, and that's something I learned. Like, if I'm the type of person, if I get into something, I really want to like dive deep into it and like passionately work hard towards doing this work. But I realized it's just, after doing this, it's not for me. There's a lot of negativity associated with this work. A lot of people say, oh, this guy's fake, that guy's fake. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not there in person, but some people have made some extraordinary claims. Like, they levitate, they teleport, they, like, they, summon orbs, they, I mean, crazy stuff, I mean, they move incredibly heavy objects. And again, I'm not there in person. There's really no video out there. Well, maybe there's a few videos out there, and I don't know if they're real or not. I mean, so yeah, so I don't know. I keep an open mind. I'm not saying they're fake. It's just, I just don't know for real, like for sure, whether that's real or not, because I'm not there in person, and otherwise I wouldn't know, right? Because I'm not there, and some people gossip and tell me like behind the scenes, like, hey, that's probably fake CGI, and maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm not there. I'm open-minded. I think anything's possible, really, but who knows? But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely hanging it up. And a part of me is kind of sad, just a little bit, like I'm gonna miss the wonderful people that I've met and stuff. And like, I was really depressed the last few days, like really, really was like debating whether to hang this up or not, because if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna continue this, I'm gonna go all the way in and just try to, do the best I can to somehow like monetize this somehow, some way. I don't know, but it's just, the reality is it's not really monetizable, and I mean, I gotta eat. I have a full-time job, and like I'm, like I got bills to pay. Like, you know what I mean? That's just like I'm busy. I have a life. You know what I mean? And if I do this work all the time, I wouldn't have a life. Like, and like I said, I just don't want to continue to do this work. Like, if I'm going to be associated with constant negativity and people calling me crazy and stuff, and because this work is a bit out there, so yeah. So for all these reasons, I just, yeah, I was sad at first, but like, I really, really thought about it, really deeply, today and yesterday. Talked to several people for hours over the phone. Antonio LP, talked to him for like an hour. Talked to Chris Fazio for like maybe an hour or so as well. And just really just express what I'm going through, how I'm feeling deep down inside about this stuff. And just I just let them know what's going on inside of me deep down, and just they just pretty much told me do whatever you got to do. And so I decided to hang it up. I had a lot of, I think I created a lot of interesting content. I think I'm proud of that. I think I'm really you know like I think I did give value to people that are seeking this knowledge, and so I think I'm happy about that. And I think I'm proud of myself for that a little bit. Nothing to brag about. Just 400 subscribers is nothing, and but I think I have pretty good engagement and stuff, and so yeah. But moving forward, like I said, what I want to do, I want to create a faceless channel and just become like an entrepreneur, and do YouTube and stuff, without showing my face and stuff, like, create social media pages like Instagram theme pages and things like that. It's just social media is something I enjoy. I love doing that stuff. Maybe get into like the motivational niche or something. Do something positive. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about. And if I have no doubt that if I apply the same kind of work ethic towards those things that I have for this niche, I'd be okay. I'd be successful. I've only been on this particular channel for like a total of like 6 months, really, because like it was like back in 2020 was it that I did it, and then I moved over to someone else's channel, did that for about a year, and then came here and back here, and there was like I was really engaged in Facebook groups as well, like a lot. So yeah, I know a lot of my audience came from Facebook, Facebook groups and stuff. So yeah, so yeah, it's been a great ride. It's been fun. It's been really fun. It's been great. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think I'm ready to hang it up and be done with it. One of the few regrets that I do have, let's talk about a few regrets. Obviously, for in some instances, I don't think I did a very good job of presenting this information, and stuff. And that's one of the things that I do regret. I, partner up with some people, that I kind of regret partnering up with as well, because I don't feel like it really did nothing for anybody, for myself or the other people or them, the people that I did partner up with and stuff. So that I kind of regret. I kind of wish that I kind of just stuck doing this on my own. But I don't want to live in regrets, but I regret that I didn't really get to interview like some of the really big names like Trevor Seven, Sean McNamara, and like, Sean McNamara, Jeffrey Mishlove, and like, guys like, what's his name? Frank Alariety. I had an opportunity to interview them back in 2020 and I didn't. So, like even though I was like talking to them like over the internet and stuff, I could interview them and it was pretty close, and that I regret tremendously, like a lot, like really, really hardcore. I regret it. Trevor Seven like only replied to me once, so I'm glad that he's active again. Good to see him back doing shorts and stuff. But yeah, and some of the Nigong people too, like Max Christensen and Daniel Mitchell and people like that. I wish I would have got to interview them as well and kind of get their insight. There's a ton of people, like some of the remote, well-known remote viewing people and stuff. Maybe would have been interesting, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't want to live in regret. You know what I mean? So yeah, just it is what it is. So didn't get to interview them, and probably wasn't meant to be. Any final thoughts? Because this whole video is about final thoughts. If there's any kind of, I'm not in a position to where I can give any kind of advice to people that are trying to, pursue this type of work and knowledge and stuff. But I guess if there's anything that I can give you guys, or say to you guys, I think if you go through my interviews, I guess you'll reach one conclusion at the end of the day. It's just like, everybody's opinions are different, I think the most important thing is to learn from within, learn from yourself. Whether you're, here to, whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in like the afterlife or not, whether you're atheist or whether you're whatever, or whether you're, we all know that at least we have intuition, right? I think it's, at the end of the day, important to follow your heart. And I think that's just really important. It's good to go in meditation, dive deep within, and ask yourself, hey, what is the truth? And I think from my direct experience, your inner voice will never lie to you. So use your intuition and try to figure this stuff out on your own. Of course, you can learn through my interviews. You can buy courses. You can go to classes. You can, go to seminars and things like that. And that's beneficial. That's great. But, you don't need those things, I would say. You can learn all this through your own meditation. So I think that's what I ultimately recommend, So, yeah. Sorry I came off negative yesterday. I was just, like I said, really depressed. Wasn't really sure about what I wanted to do in life. But I think right now I'm pretty clear about where I want to go in life and what I want to do and stuff. And I definitely don't feel that I want to pursue this work, which is interviewing this superpower people and stuff. Sorry, I'm repeating myself at this point. I already said that, so you already know. Yeah, there is one thing I do want to show you, and maybe kind of give you guys a little insight, give you guys a little perspective. I want to show you guys an excerpt from two books, The Magus of Java, which is a book about Mopai and John Chang and Nigong, and also Falun Dafa. It's just, some of you know that I practice the Falun Dafa Qigong and stuff to, improve my health and all. It's good for you, I think. Well, that's what they say, at least. But yeah, I just want to read you guys something real quick. So that's the thumbnail that I just created on Canva. But yeah, so check this out. So this is what they say about supernormal abilities, and I don't know which chapter this is, or where that's at, but this is from the book Jiang Falun. So this is what it says about supernormal capabilities. So it says supernormal capabilities are nothing but byproducts of one's cultivation. It does not stand for the level, the height of one's attainment level, or the strength of one's energy potency. Some may develop more, while others may develop less. Besides, supernoble capabilities are not to be acquired as a major goal of cultivation. Only when a practitioner is determined to get down to true cultivation can he develop them. However, he cannot cultivate them as his major goal. What do you cultivate these things for? Do you want to use them among ordinary people? You are absolutely not allowed to use them among ordinary people at will. Therefore, the more you desire to have them, the less you will get. You are desiring, and desiring itself is an attainment. What you have to get rid of through cultivation is simply attachment. So that's what they say about supernal abilities. You know, that's what they say. Do I know if that book is real or not? Or I mean, when I say real, do I know if that book is, like the truth, and like, is everything they're saying in the book like, you know, the real deal? I don't know. But I guess what they're saying is like, if you want to learn this stuff, don't pursue it or something. And they're also saying that don't show off to people. And so, yeah, I don't know. Makes you think, right? Makes you think about why, right? I mean, is this stuff really worth pursuing or not? So, and there's another excerpt that I want to. So this is from the Maga Sajaba. So let me see here. So it says right here. So it says, so they're talking about John Chang's teacher, Sifu. You will recall that Lao Sifu made my teacher pledge never to demonstrate his powers in public, nor use them for profit or for evil purposes. When John made the decision to go ahead with a book and film in May 1996, he consulted with his master, who had died more than 34 years earlier and gone up in 1992. To reach Lao Sifu's consciousness, John fasted for more than 10 days and entered deep meditation, sending his awareness out and away. Lao Sifu told him that it would be okay to proceed, that time was ripe and humanity was ready. He also warned John that we would bear the karma of the effort. If we could teach humanity about the factual benefits of meditation, Qigong, and Neikong, then the blessings would be great indeed. If it backfired and we created a Frankenstein monster, then the karma would be very bad. So, yeah, I mean, makes you think, right? I mean, even that book says, you know what I mean? Like, it's time for the world to know about this stuff is real, but, if you're doing it for evil purposes or whatever, there's some serious karma. So, yeah, it really makes you think deeply about this subject, Yeah, so I just wanted to read you guys that. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be extremely, extremely busy with life from now on, and part of me will miss this work a little bit, and you never know, maybe in a few months, few years, I may change my mind. I might feel motivated to become a teacher. Maybe I feel motivated to start, interviews and podcasts and all this stuff again. If so, great, but I personally don't see it, like I feel like I'm at peace with myself with this work, and I feel like it's ready for me to just kind of move on with life to something else. So yeah, so that's what I'm feeling right now. Anyways, guys, hopefully I made sense. Most of the time I don't do the talking. I let other people talk. I kind of keep my mouth shut most of the time, but yeah, I definitely have confidence issues too, which I'm working on, but until that's resolved, like until I feel more, confident about presenting myself and stuff, I definitely don't want to be, promoting this stuff. So, and like I said, just these wise people, wise masters, they're not big fans of showing off these super normal stuff. So I don't know. I feel like a part of me, as I'm getting more familiar and, you know, wiser about these things, I'm feeling like, maybe maybe this stuff is meant to be hidden, you know, if it is real. So I don't know. That's how I'm feeling right now. Anyways, you know, if I keep talking, I'm gonna keep repeating myself for, you know, the next like half an hour. So I will call this call it quits. And this may be my last video. I'm not sure. I may make one or two more. Oh yeah, I forgot. So like I said, I do have a video coming out till September 29th, as you guys can see. So the last interview that I have scheduled, and all my interviews are from the past, is Woodward 1D and Raw from the Scene Without Eyes people. Before that is like Robert and you know, this Mr. X, and then it's like, you know, my interview I did with Julia and Vernal, and then Benedict Moore, and then it goes with the, you know, goes to the Craig and Thomas and Max Reeder and stuff like that. And I don't know. There's like, you know, there's a video coming out till September, and probably beyond that, like I said, I'm probably not gonna be pursuing this work. I'll be doing something else and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, that's about it. And you know, I'm ready to move on and do something else. And I had a lot of fun doing this, and I have no regrets. Well, you know, I did mention that I have a few regrets, but for the most part, I have no regrets. So, okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching. You know, I sincerely hope that I was able to give you guys some value over the last few months and few years that I was kind of all over the place, from Facebook groups to different YouTube channels and stuff like that. But yeah, I like I said, you know, you'll see my content up until September 29th, and then beyond that, I'm probably not going to be around. So, you know, if you want to still like come in contact with me, maybe you can add me on Facebook. Like, maybe I can leave my Facebook link below. So if you really want to keep in touch with me, but I'm going to be busy. I probably won't be responding to anybody, to be completely blunt. So yeah. So yeah. You got to take care of yourself, you know? Like, you got to take care of your life. Like, as much as I want to, like, you know, do fun things and pursue my hobbies and stuff, like, you know, it's so important to take care of your finances and, like, you know, do well in those areas, because like, it's otherwise life sucks. You know, if you don't know, you know, if you can pay your bills next month and stuff, and you're always stressing about that, it's not cool, you know? So, you know, you gotta be responsible and, you know, yeah, take care of those areas in your life, and so you can thrive, you know, so you can like have fun if you're gonna pursue these types of interesting hobbies. So okay, well, that's all I have to say. Sorry for talking too much. I was originally thinking about maybe doing like a 10-15 minute video, but you know, I talked a lot more than I expected. So all right, guys, well, this is it. Thank you so much. I am signing out, and if I ever do come back, great. If not, see you guys. Bye-bye.